Hello and welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and you join me today for a look at a brand new game. Well, when I say brand new, if you were with me 2 years ago, thereabouts, you may remember we had a very quick look at a demo of this game. It's called Fly Corp, and I first off obviously have to say it's a huge thank you to the guys at KishMish Games for offering me a key to the full version of the game. Well, yes, we looked at it back in May 2021 as a demo, as it was about to enter early access, and it is now due for release, or has just been released depending on when you watch this video. I'm recording it a few days before the official release, so it may be slightly different when you actually get your hands on it in the full public release version. Now, what is Fly Corp? It's very much a minimalist transport game, and the only transport you can play with is aeroplanes, so it's a minimalist airplane route game. But more importantly than that, it's very much objective oriented. There is a free mode, as we'll see, but the main goal for most of the game options that are available to us, as we'll see in a moment on this, we will get there very soon. Most of the scenarios that you'll play, you have to achieve certain things within a certain time scale and not fail at meeting certain other objectives to win the game. If you don't get it done in time, or if you miss one of the sort of quest objectives, they're not really quests, but we'll see that. If you miss any of the little minor objectives, then you will fail immediately. So it's very much a pressure cooker, which is what the problem was when I first saw the game. Is that's not the sort of game I like to play. I mean, it holds no interest for me personally, and I said at the time I'd be interested to see what happens if they can add a sort of free play, free mode, sandboxy kind of game option to it. They've done that now, but first off, let's have a quick look at, well, the settings, because there's something here I want to say. We've got all the usual resolution and VSync and all that sort of stuff done, and we can do that, the language, whatever. It's got quite a few languages to choose from. It doesn't have any key binding. There's a standard set of hotkeys that you can use. You cannot change them, which is a bit of a problem for me because there's certain keys I like to press and I can't do that in this game. But that's me. Your mileage, as they say, may differ. Let's go back from that. We've done that. So let's have a look at playing the game. We have a tutorial, which is actually quite a good tutorial. It takes you through all the basic requirements and how the game plays. I don't think there's anything in there that is missed. From what I've seen so far, I've played for about an hour or so with the game in total, I think now, and I don't think the tutorial misses anything out. So it's worth having a look at that just to get your head around, and your hand perhaps as well, get your head around how the thing actually works. There is a Discover the World option, which is here, and in this mode we need to unlock a new territory every 6 minutes. You see what I mean about you need to get things done in a certain time. It's very much that quite fast paced, well, faster than I like to pace anyway, quite a fast paced objective oriented thing. No, I'm not gonna, no, don't do that. I don't want to play you, go away. There are scenarios, of which there are lots, but you have to open a one scenario to continue down this set. You can't kind of pick and choose. It would be nice if you could do that, if there was an option to say, look, I know what I'm doing, give me a difficult challenge, and I'll fail at it repeatedly. It does sort of walk you through so you get used to how it works and get yourself in that headspace of how to play the game quickly and efficiently. Those are regular challenges. There are quick challenges. They might be quicker, I don't know. Yeah, we might play one of those in a moment. And extreme. I'll assume that these are difficult. But as you can see, there are quite a few of these pre-built scenarios built in. That's 6 already, and there's going to be 6, 9, 12. Oh, there's quite a few of them to play with, in addition to the global Discover the World sort of campaign, I suppose you would call it. There's also a daily thing here where there's a game challenge which is presumably set daily. By whom I don't know. This might be a bit like the Dwarf Romantic sort of monthly challenge where the devs or the community come up with an idea and give you certain objectives to meet, and then everyone plays that and the winner gets their name on the title board here. Yeah, I played one of those and I think I failed, so I'm not going to do that for the time being. In addition to the scenarios and the Discover the World, one of the new things they've added during early access was custom scenarios. So what you can actually do is create your own scenario. We'll have a look at this in a moment, a little bit after we've played one of the scenarios. But this is really neat. You can create your own scenarios, and the flexibility there within the confines of the game design itself, within the basic conceit of the game, you've got all sorts of things you can do. And you can challenge yourself. And if you've actually met your own challenge, if you've finished the scenario that you've created successfully, they then allow you to upload it to the Steam Workshop, which I think is actually a nice bit of quality control. That you can't create something which is totally stupid. I mean, I tried, and it is totally stupid, but I was actually able to complete it once, so I would be able to upload that to the workshop. And other people would then download it and say, this is complete pants. Why did you do this? What was your... No, go away. Don't do it again. Anyway, what we're going to do to start with is we're going to play one of the simple scenarios. We're going to do this one. And this is going to be the European one. I haven't played Hurricane yet. I might have done it in the demo, maybe, years ago. But I played France and won it. Let's see if I can repeat that today. And you'll see, in just a matter of a few minutes, how the basic game mechanics work. So let's play the first of the regular scenarios. We start off in France, and we have a pause button. This is new, so you're able to pause the game. Unfortunately, the spacebar does not do pause. Now this really, really annoys me. What the spacebar does in this game is it takes you between standard speed and fast speed. You have to use the mouse to click on the pause. Alternatively, you can press the escape key, which also pauses, but that takes you here to the main menu. Well, to the options menu. I mean, who wants to do that? I don't. So escape out of that. It would be nice if you could just press space and it would pause the game like all real good games do. But they've decided not to do that. So I've got it paused for the moment. I've got 25 minutes, well, it started off at 26 minutes, to get 5 territories. So I've now got to earn enough money to expand into other territories, like Switzerland here, or Belgium. They would all cost me 300 to start with. The cost of unlocking a territory is not determined by the size of it, but simply when you get to it. So if I open Belgium for 300, and then tiny little Luxembourg here, or much bigger Germany, it would cost me, I think it's about 320 or something like that, a bit more anyway. We'll see that as we go through. But the point here is we need to connect our cities here by aeroplane. We do that by left clicking and dragging out to create a route. And we can either put in a simple plane which can carry 20 people, or a bigger plane which carries more people. We've only got $250, pounds, gold coins, whatever, up there. So we can't actually afford a top level plane here. So we'll put one of you in, and that's our plane. Our route is animated. Our plane is filling up. Oh, I've got it in pause mode still. Let's unpause that. And there it goes. Press spacebar and it goes quicker. Boom. And we earn money when the plane comes back with passengers. There are 2 passengers on there. And I've earned... 4. That was good. You see, I keep pressing the space bar to say pause, and it's not going to do it for me because it wants to annoy me. Now, one of the issues I've got with the game, we'll see in the scenario builder, there's all sorts of controls you can put on to the game in terms of how you make money, all the economics of the game you can control. But within the game itself, when you're playing, you've no idea. I mean, I don't know. If I put a plane into... If I put that route into Nantes, 101, yeah. If I then go into Paris and oops, I scroll out, click on Paris. I've got 3 people waiting to go to Lille, 2 people who want to go to Nantes. I've got a capacity of 50 at my airport here, and there's currently 5, so I don't need to upgrade. The upgrade will allow me to have 100 people waiting for a plane, which is fine. As we'll see, this becomes an issue. Routes out of Paris, we've got 1 to Lille and 1 to Nantes. If I take Nantes away, can I sell that route for 30? It's not much of a return, is it? If I go to that plane, I can sell the plane for 30. It's the same thing, isn't it? Now, you see here, we've got a 1.2, which I think relates to the loading speed. Or not. I don't know. Because we get bigger and better planes, that number changes. Actually, no, 1.2 is the upgrade, isn't it? Yes, that gives me 50 passengers as opposed to 20. So the 1.2, I don't know what that means at all. Whatever. If I sell that plane, why do I want to do that? Yeah. Because I wanted to know how much we get here. How many people have we got on that plane? No, don't do that. Oh, hang on. Let me. I want the. Right, I'm trying to control it. You see, I'm used to space. I could keep banging on about that, aren't I? We've got 4 people on here. How much am I going to earn for that distance? 152. Yes, that looks about another, two gold coins per passenger. A message came up then. I wonder what it was. Oh, it was I wasn't looking. I was looking at the top there. We have a new city opened up, which was Lyon. So we need to connect that as well. You notice that Paris is a slightly different colour now. And that's because it's filling up. We now have 15 people wanting to go to somewhere, most of whom want to go to Lille. So I'm going to have to open up that route again. 60. I'm going to fail this scenario. I think that's fairly certain. You see that plane was yellow? Because it's mostly full. That's why. Now, can I afford to go to Lyon? Just about. Yes. Lille, they want to go to Nantes. You don't get paid until they actually get to their destination, so you don't get paid for transfers. These planes, if you click on it, it's a bit more than half full. They'll go red when they get really full, at which point you need to start thinking about upgrading them. So if I space to go faster, so this plane is very nearly full, so I ought to think of upgrading it. The problem with upgrading it, of course, is that you'll then get more people flying on the plane, landing your airport and filling it up before they catch their plane to wherever else is they're going. So if we connect Lyon to Marseille, yeah, we'll open you. A new airport is opened in Nice. Now, the thing here is, if I ignore Nice for long enough, it will gradually fill up with passengers who want to go somewhere. And if it reaches that 50, I will fail because the airport is too overcrowded. So we're going to need to get those people coming. Ooh, I've got 300. I've just noticed that. So I'm close to opening up a new territory. Let's crack on. We've got 300. So let's open up Luxembourg. I'm opening up this one because it's quite close and we'll probably only have 1 airport. So we want to go. Oh, I can't afford that. Can I afford that? No. Because if I open up Germany, we could have lots of airports open up here. And I'll have to deal with those to win the scenario. Okay. How much did we need to go to Luxembourg? 85? Yeah, we can afford that, just about. So how's Paris doing? Doing quite okay. A bit faster. Bordeaux's opened. 83 from Nantes. 133, can't afford that from there. Oh, let's go from Nantes. There you go. Now to open up my next territory, let's say Belgium, is 315. Okay, so I was not quite right when I said 320. Fills up quite quickly when the planes arrive, which is the slight issue. So if we make these planes bigger, then more people will land and the airport will fill up. Oh, got Nantes, not Nancy, Nancy. I'm not sure how the French pronounce that. Okay, we'll go there. Let's open Belgium. I've got 18 minutes left to get 4 more territories. We've got an airport in Brussels. Yeah, we'll do a cheap flight from Lille to Brussels. Now that airplane is full. That's it. Okay, we don't have overflowing in Lyon, so a 20 passenger plane appears to be okay to cope. Whereas in Paris we're getting, oh, we need to upgrade it immediately. It's red. Now if I don't upgrade it and it overflows, if it gets to 50 or beyond, then I will fail the scenario. So I need to upgrade it. There you go. So that can now take 100 passengers. And my third territory, let's say Switzerland, 330. Okay, let's speed this up. The temptation here, I think, is to see all these red planes. They're filling up, or they're full. We need to get a bigger plane on there. Is that if you have a bigger plane, then you're spending money on that rather than anything else. And also, as I said earlier, it fills up your airports. Ooh, you see, I think Paris can cope. Yeah, let's open up Switzerland for 330. Bern, what's the 70? Oh, 72 from there, from Lyon. 79. Okay, we'll go from Nancy. Do I need to upgrade for 200? New airport is open in Le Havre. Okay, we'll send you directly from Paris. It's going to cost me 200 to upgrade Paris. 85, 88, 92. Yeah, I'm just about coping. It hits red and then drops back down again. Okay, let's upgrade that to be on the safe side. These other towns are looking kind of busy as well. Could go to the UK or to Germany. My concern with that, of course, is that if we open up, say, Germany, we'll get a town right over here in say, Hamburg or Leipzig or somewhere like that, or Munich, miles away from any of my other cities. That would be an expensive route to create. So, Nantes is almost full. Is it indeed? Okay, I can afford to open you. Tour. Yeah, we can open you. Let's open the Netherlands. 347 is getting expensive now. From Brussels. Let's go from Lille. No, let's go from Brussels. It's cheaper. I've got to get one more territory and I've got 13.5 minutes in which to do it. Lyon is almost full. I can't afford to upgrade it. I can now. Go for it. You see the pressure here, the stress. I don't like stress. Where can I go to from here? You can only go to... I can't go to Portugal. You can only go to adjacent countries. Go to Austria. You could go to the UK. The risk then is we'll get Aberdeen or somewhere, which will cost me a fortune. How much is that? 364. Lille is almost full. Where's Lille? No, you're not. Germany. Yeah, let's forget the United Kingdom. We're European. We don't need the UK. Yeah, go to Germany. Oh! I won! That was all I needed to do. And I didn't save. I got a speed bonus apparently, and I am currently 17848th on the whole board. So I can look that up somewhere. I think, well, there I am. Yeah. So yeah, I'm quite some way down. Okay, I assume this is for that scenario. The thing is, I mean, these scores are outrageous. I mean, is it that they played on and played on and played on for the full 15 minutes before clicking to get their final territory? Or are they just incredibly good at this game? I don't know. Anyway, that's me. So let's go back to the menu. What we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look at custom scenarios. This is a nice thing that they've added. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go back from there. I'll go to my private listing, to my very own scenario, which I created earlier today, called Test 091, because... And the thing I liked about this, if we go to edit this, the first thing I liked is that I could describe it using a very long text string. Yes, so many games give you text boxes which have about 10 character spaces. I think, what can you do in 10 character spaces? Nothing is the answer. Well, you could spell nothing, I suppose, but that's about it. I like that. It was good. Very impressed. Scenario difficulty, whatever that means, I don't know. My problem with this scenario editor, and in fact pretty much all of the game outside of the tutorial, is there's no help that I could find. There's no tooltips, because, and this is where I first came across, but you do this, you set that up and you say initial parameters, select the territories randomly. So these are the win conditions that we've got. So number of territories is 3, and the time is within 15 minutes and 10 seconds I've set, and the initial territory I've said is New Zealand. Then I went onto timeline, and we'll talk about that in a moment. What I failed to realise was, because the scenario didn't work at all, is that there's a lot more to this down here. Look at this. This is a proper scenario builder. I mean, look at it. You can do anything almost in this. There's so much going on here in the basics of the game, that the way it works, the underlying foundation mechanics of the thing. But did you see me look at any of this stuff when I was playing the game? No, you didn't, because you don't see any of this. As far as I can tell, even in the free play mode, I don't know how much money I get from each passenger. I don't know what difference it makes going from one place to another. There's no economics to the game, apart from you make some money, you spend some money, or you lose or win. And no, a game like this, well, a transport game for me has to have an economic element to it, which is kind of missing here. Anyway, so look what you can do. Unlock, I don't know what that means. Unlock a territory without a capital. Yeah, possibly. Airport overcrowded leads to defeat. We didn't see that, but if Paris or Lille or Lyon, any of those cities we saw earlier, which I got the error message, the warning message for, they're overcrowded. If they became overcrowded, I've lost. End of story. Both in the Discover the World and those scenarios, if they're overcrowded, you've lost the game. No comeback from that. No second chances. No, oh, go on, I'll give you a loan or something to get past this, but don't do it again. It's final. No tolerance. Zero tolerance, I think, is a phrase they use, isn't it? Territory unlock options. Oh, only territories bordering. That's good. The initial money you can have. Random events triggered at a certain... Is this minutes or seconds? I think it's seconds. But a tooltip might have been nice. Yeah. So if we say, yeah, whatever that is, or you could obviously type it in, put it back at 350, which isn't what it was to start with, but I don't care. Time before showing message with consequences of the choice taken in event. Time before showing the consequence. Okay, yeah, I suppose that's because there are some events like there's a legal case pending against your company, or there's a marketing campaign open to you. There's a delay before you know what's happened out of that event choice. First random event type, minimum city populations, first plane speed. Again, I mean, are the bigger planes faster? I mean, I know they carry more people, but are they faster? Doubling passenger flow in seconds, so I assume all these other times are in seconds. Again, I just love that. This is great, but I'm not seeing it in the ordinary game so much. Okay, timeline. Do you remember the initial parameters of this? Let's go. Can I go back to the top? You can't press home. Can you scroll up? No, you've got to mouse it up. Okay, we'll drag you up there. No, that's down. Oh, that's counterintuitive. Scroll up or drag down. Right. So I'm going to get 3 territories within that time to win the scenario that I'm creating. But my timeline can include events happening at any point whatsoever. Yeah, whatever. So I could create unlock a city. No. Unlock city. Unlock. Yeah, the events here. You can set them up in your scenario to happen at a certain time in minutes and seconds, which is nice. And the event can be unlocking a city or a territory or an event, which could be Olympics, volcanoes, fuel prices going up, successfully testing new jets, all sorts of fun things you can put in here. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, so there is quite a live world, as it were. The world is alive with something or other, but I think this ought to be another city. Unlock another city. Yeah. Do you have to pick which one it is? I suppose you do. Unlock city. Yeah. Right. Okay. And once you've done all that, you save it away, and that's it. You then have to play the scenario. So if we'll come out of there and we'll go in here, and I see the publish option here because I succeeded in completing this scenario myself. So the message you get when you create your own scenario is once you finished it, well, I'm paraphrasing here because I can't remember it exactly, once you finish the scenario, then you can publish it, which, as I said earlier, is a great bit of quality control. So that's quite a nice touch. So let's have a quick look then at discovering the world. In this, no, we're not. We're going to do the free play. So in this one, there's no territory unlock timer, and airports don't get overcrowded. You pick the starting territory and how to develop your transport network. Cool. I'm of an active save game. I don't want to do that one. Oh, can I not? We'll carry on that one then. Good. Right. So you can't run more than one save game at a time, which is curious because you do have 5 game slots to save into. Interesting. So yeah, this is the setup I've got going. I've somehow got a lot of money. Oh, because I've got lots of planes going in and out. But beyond this, there's not a lot. Oh, Dublin is almost full. Upgrade it immediately. I don't think I want to. I don't think you fail if you don't upgrade an airport. Where should we go next? I got. Yeah, I know a couple of people from Sweden. I'm not sure I know anyone from Swindon. I know a couple of Swedes. So let's unlock that. Oh, it's quite expensive. But then I have unlocked several other countries. Ah, yes. If an airport becomes overcrowded, you start losing money from it. You don't make as much money. Right, so a gardening festival is being held in Newcastle. The number of passengers looking to visit the city is increased by 2 times for a week. So there you are, that's going on in Newcastle. So you're going to, loads more people are going to want to visit it. So we're going to need bigger planes. Oh, I need to go to Stockholm. I'll put a big plane in there just for the sake of it. Now I do have, let's pause this for a second. I have this big plane going between London and Coventry. And yeah, see that number's 1.5. And it'll have 100 passenger capacity. So if I do that, it's now 1.7. Whatever that means. I'm assuming its loading speed is faster. Or does that mean it's slower? It takes that much longer to load. I don't know. Munich. Oh, you're not overcrowded at all. What are you talking about? So this is basically it. I mean, in the free play mode, you are trying to create a network and manage delivery of passengers between them. And there's, from what I can see, Although I haven't actually lost all my money. Could I do that, I wonder? Actually, if I open up Poland... No, let's go to France instead. And Switzerland. Yep. And Austria. Perhaps Spain. There you go. So, airport. Who's overloaded? Did I... Oh, Copenhagen. You're overloaded. Oh, you're not really. Let's upgrade you anyway. So you can now take 300 passengers at a time. Cool. Munich is full. Okay. Dublin's full. So at the moment, we're being penalised in terms of revenue by having full airports. In the main game, you would lose the scenario. That would be game over, basically. So, who are losing money? Munich. Okay. But I'm still making money. I don't know if it's possible to go bankrupt. Because you've always got planes flying. Okay, Munich, I'll upgrade you then. Go on. Should we have someone flying to Paris? Oh, London to Paris. A level 3 plane. Paris to Madrid? Yeah. But how much do I know? Do I know if this plane is profitable? No, I don't. I'm not seeing any information on that. Is that plane? No. If I go to Paris, yeah, I can see where people want to go. I can see the routes I've got running. That's about it. So, yeah, it's a challenge perhaps for you to create a network. What works? And that's about it. Paris to Bern, go on then. And Paris to Nice, Barcelona. Go on then. That should be a big plane there, shouldn't it? Coming out of Madrid, because you're going a long way. Shall I upgrade you again? Yeah, there you go. Really big, really big. Yeah, so apart from getting a network which looks good and is busy, I'm not quite sure what the challenge here is in free play mode. And in the scenarios, they're good if you like that sort of time-based challenge kind of thing going on. But that's not my cup of tea, particularly. So I think this game has a particular audience. Is that you? I don't know. If it is, then do let me know in the comments below. The scenario editor I like. Beyond that, shall I save this? I'll save this just in case I feel like coming back to it. Okay, oh actually no, we'll go back to the main menu. There you go. I've done 3%. Awesome. So, yeah, so there we are. Apart from the scenario editor, which as I said, I really like. I think that's such a cool feature and looks really good for creating those scenarios to share and play with amongst friends and so on. Perhaps there is no multiplayer as such, but I mean, you could challenge yourself with these scenarios. That'd be quite something perhaps. But for me, and perhaps also for you, I'm not sure this is the sort of game I or you might be playing. If it is, again, just let me know in the comments box below. It would be great to hear from you what you think of this game, if you're looking forward to it, or if it's not quite your cup of tea. Other than that, thank you for your time today. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like perhaps would also be lovely. Just click on the old thumbsy uppy button. And of course, if you want to see more of what we're doing on the channel, then do feel free to subscribe. There should be a button up here somewhere which lets you do that. That way you'll know when I upload perhaps another one of these, a little bit unlikely perhaps, or indeed any of my other Let's Play or First Look videos. But from me, Ajaxpost here, taking a look at Fly Corp. Until the next time, bye bye for now.